Hi guys, Chris here, and you're watching Here We Are Running. And a bit of an impromptu live stream today for you guys. I wanted to do this VEN TOP half marathon before this was the one that I did when I was, one moment. Sorry. I wanted to do this VEN TOP half marathon because it's when my treadmill broke effectively, and so anyway, it's taking place today again. So we're going to be climbing. We're going to hope the treadmill holds up. We're going to hope the live stream holds up, and we're going to hope that the rush I've just had doesn't affect things here too much, because I'm literally in the last 10 minutes back through the door from kids football. So right, let's change screen here. Right, so you can see we're lined up on the start line already. Hello Joe, thanks for joining. I'm not sure how many people we're going to get watching today, because it was all set up very last minute, but we'll give it a go. It's a good test of the technology as well, given the problems that I had probably about 6 weeks ago now. I've had to wait a long time for the treadmill companies to come out and send an engineer out. They did send an engineer out, and they did fix the Bluetooth on the treadmill, so that's good. Hi Lisa, thanks for joining. So if anyone is new around here, then what we do basically is, this is not a flat run. This is going to be up the toughest mountain that there is in the Zwift, called VEN TOP, and it's the full distance, so you can see there 21.2 kilometers, so roughly half marathon distance. And at various points during this we will get told what elevation to put our treadmill to, what incline to put it to. So I'm completely not warmed up for this at all, so I'm just gonna build into this very, very slowly. And we've got Running Geek Girl as well, that's Heather. Thanks for joining. Oh, and Joe's noticed the new LED lights. Yes, that is right. New LED lights today. Oh, we've got Saji as well. Good evening. So I'm not sure which part of the world you're from, Saji. Afternoon here in the UK, so obviously you're a bit further afield. Hope you've had a good weekend so far. Right, we're off. I think so. On this, you basically set your own pace, and then you obey the kind of incline settings that will be given to us on the screen. So we've got Ryan Downey is the leader of the run here. So you can see he's got that little symbol beside his name. We might stick with him for a little bit. And we'll gently build into this, because as I said, for anyone that missed it, straight in the door from watching the kids play football. It's amazing, actually, the technology's working. There's quite a long lead into this, so you can see we haven't actually moved any distance at all at the moment. Still on the lead in. Right, so now we're actually into the run. And as you can see there, we need to change our incline as we get told to do it. So starting off with 2%. And you can see on the screen when my incline changes. So now that little bit of that 2% that you can see on the screen there on the left hand side, that's coming from the Runcline app that runs on my phone. Now, and then the phone is being shared to the Zwift screen for the purpose of live streaming it. I have had that go wrong on me a few times when I was testing it out this morning, so we'll see how it goes. It was tending to freeze. We've got a few people joining us now, and I'm sure we'll get people dropping in and out during the course of this half marathon distance run. As always, if you see a message on the screen and you see that I haven't changed the incline, then do remind me. My legs are a little bit tired today. Did a 20 miler yesterday out on the trails. And if you want to drop any comments or questions you got in the chat, feel free to do so. Keep me company. Hi Tim. Yeah, the tech is working at the moment, and let's just hope it stays that way. I had a broken cable, 2 wires on a broken cable inside the treadmill, which broke the Bluetooth. And I don't know, a week and a half ago, the treadmill engineer came out, took the panel off of the top bit, spotted it straight away, replaced the cable, and we're back working again. And for anyone that runs on Zwift, it makes so much of a difference when you're actually running on your treadmill at a speed which is the same speed that is appearing in the Zwift. In the interim period whilst I was waiting to get the treadmill fixed, I was using the Zwift Run Pod, which if you calibrate it, it's okay when you sort of run at a constant pace, but as soon as you try to kind of increase or decrease your pace, you find you're trying to run to the right speed of the treadmill rather than doing anything else. So yeah, much prefer the way I've got it set up now. I definitely like a treadmill that actually communicated directly with Zwift, but when I bought my treadmill a year ago, that was before I even familiar with Zwift at all, so didn't go with that. But at least it's got Bluetooth on it. It can talk to the Runcline app on Bluetooth, and that's all good. Oh, Lisa's saying that she loves the t-shirt. That's nice. Yeah, I've got a few of these. I used to be able to sell them, but the company that print them, you can't now just sort of do one-offs, so you have to do big orders and things like that, which isn't something that I can do. So So it's 1:45 that this kicked off today, UK time, and I have had no lunch because I was watching football until about 1:20. and then came straight back to this. So it'll be a very late lunch for me today. Got a bottle of water if we need it later. So there you can see total elevation gain, 1534 meters, or just over 5,000 feet. So it's a little bit hilly, this, and most of it's all uphill, but good for my ultramarathon training, which, if you follow the channel, you know we're only 3 weeks away now. 3 weeks yesterday is race day for my first 50 miler on the North Downs Way. It's been another good week of training. Vlog will be out tomorrow morning, 6:30 UK time. Right, we're going up a percent. There we go. So it's been a while since we did one of these. If you want to let me know how your running's been going, drop a comment in the chat. It's always nice to know how everyone else's running is going at the moment. Are you training for anything? Got any races coming up? Have you done any races since, certainly in the UK, they started up a month or so ago? So temperature in here at the moment is 19 degrees Celsius. And it's nice and dry, it's only 37% humidity. Got the door open rather than putting the aircon on or anything. could definitely tell that my race is coming up soon now, 3 weeks away, as I say. Yesterday's long run out on the trails, I ran past quite a few people that, well, I know some of them were taking part in the race. Everyone out doing their course recce's at the moment, just getting in some familiarity, which I think is a big help. There we go, 5%. So Lisa says, I'm training to run half marathon distance, no specific time set, just to get the distance. May try in a couple of months' time. My longest run so far is 15 kilometers, so I'm getting there. Well, that's very good, Lisa. And yeah, I think that is good advice for anyone that's running a new distance, a longer distance for the first time, is to really forget about the time and just go about completing it and train yourself so that you can complete it. The time will come. My first half marathon, I didn't follow that advice very well. I set myself a little challenge to do it in 1 hour 50 minutes. I thought that was quite a stretch challenge. In actual fact, I did it in 1 hour 41 minutes. So you just don't know really when you're doing something new for the first time. On the other side of things, in the marathon, when I've set myself a time, I've always set it at a faster time than I've ended up being able to complete. So yeah, great approach really. Forget about the time on the first one, just complete it, and then it gives yourself an idea of what to expect for the future. But if you want to set a time for the future, you can do. Try and beat the first one maybe, or maybe some other sort of time goal, but very good idea just to build up to that distance. Take advantage of this 200 meters at 0% incline, and when you do that, having gone from 5 to 0, even though it's flat, it feels like you're running downhill on the treadmill. It really does. It's not going to take very long to do 200 meters, unfortunately. The 4. We've lost the incline from the screen. That's a shame. Not sure why we're having problems with that from today. So you guys now won't be able to see what the incline is that I'm running at, and I can't reset it, unfortunately. I have to disconnect my phone from Runcline to reset it, so that's no good. Hello James, thank you for that. James saying all the best. Hi Susie. So Susie's asking, how's it going so far? It's going okay. First thing is the technology is holding up except for the incline part of the stream where that's disappeared, so you can't see what incline I'm setting the treadmill to. You have to trust me on this one. I'll call it out as I change the incline. And we are nearly 3 kilometers into this half marathon distance run up a mountain, and we're on 6% incline at the moment, but you will see on the screen when we're instructed to change it. Normally it tells us to put it up, but occasionally it tells us to reduce it as well, which is always nice. Hi Kim, thanks for joining. Susie says, it's crazy, 6%. It gets worse than this, Susie, I tell you. I think it goes up to at least 10%, if not 12, later on. So we won't be going at this speed when we get up to the higher incline levels, but 1,500 meters or over 5,000 feet of elevation if we get to the end of this. Yep, Susie, it gets worse. Brought it down a little bit. Yeah, we got all the regulars watching today, Susie. Yeah, that's right. The whole crew. It was a bit of an impromptu one, this, really. Not expecting huge numbers of people to tune in. One, because Sunday kind of Sunday early afternoon UK time, and secondly because I only literally scheduled this, then I ran out the door, take the kids football, and now I'm back in the door literally 10 minutes before the start of this. So just wanted to give it a go, given that this event only happens every 3 weeks, and the last time I attempted it was when we had all the treadmill problems halfway through. So I'm trying to see if I can get the technology to largely work up until the end. So Ryan, the pack leader, is saying his heart rate's perfect, but his legs are tired. I may get the same problem after yesterday's run. I'm definitely running on tired legs today. So Kim's saying, always good to see others run when he has a rest day. Very true. Nice to see someone else putting in the effort. You can just sit up, legs up, and watch. Well, we're not in pain at the moment, but they might be by the end, who knows. Oh, we've got Just Running Around has joined as well. Plenty of beers and beer emojis in that one. Ryan saying this event is hard. This has got to be one of the hardest runs to do on Zwift, I think. And you can see where I am. I mean, I've moved up to 12. I was kind of hanging back towards the sort of final runners, but I've moved up into 12. But there's people that are way ahead of me, and I have no interest in trying to race this. I'm just using this as another good part of my training, keeping an eye on that heart rate. So it's 135 at the moment, which is, well, Zwift will probably tell me that's zone 2. Garmin would tell me that that was zone 3. So looks like they're just running around is asking how many runners in the race today. Looks like there are 20. You can see that on the right hand side there. You've got the kind of leaderboard which shows that I'm in 12th. There'll be people above what you can see there that are right at the leaders. But no one in front of me that I can see, and the person ahead of me is, the screen's gone a bit small, I can't see, over a minute ahead though. after 4 kilometers. On the left hand side you can see the kilometre splits, and you will see against each kilometre what my average heart rate was for that kilometre as well in that section of the screen. Right, I'm going to drop the pace slightly. There's 7%. Starting to feel it, seeing the heart rate go above 140 quite quickly there. Come down in pace a little bit. That's better. See, I told you, Susie, it gets worse. 8% now. Oh, that person's flown by me. Okay, they're a late joiner. They've only done half a kilometre, but they're running it at 4 minutes 40. I guess so, right, because they're a late joiner, they may be getting the incline percentages at different points. I don't know for sure, but maybe they're still running at a low elevation at the moment. So Susie's saying 8%, I wouldn't be able to run at that incline. Well, Susie, there are events that the pack community on Zwift organise that gets people ready for this type of run, yeah? So no one really would be advised to go out and run a half marathon with 1,500 elevation across the half marathon distance. Just like that. You can do there's a pack beginners run. There's also the other two Fridays, the other two Sundays out of a 3-week series, if you call it that. They are, I believe, 8-kilometre runs at lower elevation. So you can kind of build up. There's one in the Surrey Hills, and there's one on Alp Zwift. So they're both shorter, and they also, certainly the Surrey Hills, it doesn't go up to that type of elevation gain either. Yeah, so Susie's asking, this is every 3 weeks, that's right. At the moment, it's on a 3-week schedule. At this time, on a Sunday, they rotate around those 3 different courses. And the other two, as I say, are shorter length. This is the long one, which I really like, actually. When you're training for an ultra marathon, this is a great run to do. So just running around is asking, so the treadmill changes incline with the road info from Zwift? No, not exactly. So that feature is not supported on Zwift at this point in time. So you can see at the moment on the Zwift screen, you can see it's saying 4%. So that is the road incline. But you can see on the screen there, it's saying 0% for 500 meters. So this whole run has been programmed to average out the elevation gain required to run up VEN TOP in Zwift, but it doesn't change every time the actual road elevation would be changing, and the reason for that is it would be continuously changing so frequently. Also, you can't obviously, on most treadmills, you can't go down. You can only, in terms of incline, you can only increase your incline. And so what they do is they kind of build it up into sections and they average it out, and then they communicate to us as a message on the screen saying what we should set the treadmill incline to. So it's based on trust, but you will be able to see, because I'm using the Runcline app, which my treadmill talks to Runcline, Runcline talks to Zwift. When Zwift is getting the elevation data that I am running at from Runcline, and when I complete the run and save it and it goes through to Strava, you will see the total elevation that I have run across the course of this half marathon distance run. It will be there in Strava, so you can check that way. But in terms of the actual run itself, based on trust, but I mean, why would you not want to follow the instructions? You enter this run because you're interested in building up your capabilities, using it for ultra marathon training, or if you particularly like running the hills, then this is the sort of run that you do. And it's a bit unique really in terms of Zwift. There wasn't much else like that, but the pack community, they organise this as well as those other ones I mentioned. Right, so I should have really put my speed up a little bit when we went flat for 500 metres. So we've gone up to 10 kilometres per hour now until we start going uphill again. So Susie's saying I'll look into the events for pack. Yeah, it's pack with a K on the end. P-A-C-K. We've gone up to 4, and we've reduced the speed a little bit. So just like you would in the real world on this, you do have to adjust your pace depending on the extent of the incline that you're running at. Oh, big jump to 10. Look at this. One thing for sure is you don't set half marathon PBs on this particular run. Oh. So Ryan just explaining on screen there that the route rotates every 3 weeks, as I mentioned. But I definitely will not be doing this in 3 weeks' time, because in 3 weeks' time today, that's the day after my 50 miler. So you can guarantee one thing for sure, you won't see me live streaming Zwift in 3 weeks' time today. This section goes on a long while, doesn't it? Oh, and now it goes to 11. So Susie's saying she likes the music selection. So I can hear the music through my aftershock headphones. So it does help me keep going as well. The playlist is a bit extended from how it used to be when I first started doing these live streams, so you don't get to hear it all the way through too many times. Probably on this run 2.5 times maybe. So Susie's saying, friendly reminder for folks watching to please hit the like button. The algorithm likes the likes. It sure does. So yeah, if you haven't already, hit the like button. And you never know, YouTube may recommend the live stream to some other people that are out there looking for running content on their Sunday morning, afternoon, evening. And you never know, we might get some new viewers to the channel. One thing I didn't set up for you before I rushed on here today was camera angles. It's a shame. I have to get off if I just turn them on, or try to turn them on. If we get to a flat bit, I may quickly hop off and see if I can get the camera angles working. So I have to dart over to the other computer for that. Sometimes the camera angles work when I'm doing this, and sometimes they don't. I haven't really worked out why. It just seems to be the type of Zwift event and whether or not they're going to work or not. So we'll see if we can get it working if there's a flat bit. There we go. We should be getting a little relief in a few minutes. All I can say, it's about time. It feels like I've been going up very steep for quite a while now. %. Oh, so a little relief was right. And we're approaching 7 kilometers. %, incline, 7.5 kilometers per hour. We're going to just stick at that for now. So Joe's saying you now have your own entire broadcast studio. Yeah, it's working out well. This is a space. Desk is over there. Treadmill here, obviously. And so I can work in here. I can run in here, live stream. I can record other videos that I do for YouTube in here. So yeah, it's working out pretty good. Right, back up to 11. Staying at this speed for now. So we're over a third of the way through anyway. That's one way to look at it. Hi Daniel, thanks for joining. When I see new names appear that have joined, I will just explain what we're doing, because I appreciate that now the technology that was displaying on screen what incline I was doing has disappeared. So just to let anyone that's joined recently, we are doing the toughest climb on Zwift, VEN Top Mountain. We are doing a half marathon distance run up it. On screen you will see at various prompts that tell us what percentage to set the incline to on the treadmill. At the moment it's at 11% incline on the treadmill, hence why the speed I'm running at, 7.5 kilometers per hour, might seem a little bit slow, but I can tell you, running up a hill at 11% incline, this is plenty quick enough. and we are 7.7 kilometers into this half marathon distance run. So an unusual event, doesn't happen on Zwift very often. In fact, it rotates and happens once every 3 weeks on a Sunday afternoon here in the UK. So taking this opportunity to do this today and using it as part of my overall ultramarathon training. So Joe is asking, do you think parkrun will come back in the UK on the 5th of June? And he's saying he misses parkrun so much. So yeah, for anyone that hasn't picked up, parkrun have announced that their intention to bring back parkrun events, certainly in England, on the 5th of June. If the roadmap out of lockdown continues the way it's supposed to, then that will be permitted to do. However, parkrun had to get permission from all of the landowners, those that own the parks and the other locations where the parkrun events take place. Without that permission to restart parkrun, they won't be allowed to restart it. Even if the government regulations permit it, without the permission of the landowners, they're not allowed to restart. And parkrun have said specifically that unless they get a large majority of parkrun landowners providing permission, then they won't bring it back. Because you can imagine what will happen if, let's say, only half of the landowners said, yes, you can go ahead on the 5th of June. Everyone is going to get really excited. They're going to go, oh, that's great, I can go to my parkrun. It's starting on the 5th of June. Or if you're at one of the ones that haven't got permission for, they'll be going, oh no, can't go to my one, but I can go this other one that's 10 kilometers away or wherever, and you'll get large volumes of people turning up at a reduced number of parkruns, which obviously would not be a very sensible thing. What they want is the vast majority of parkruns to be allowed to take place on the 5th of June so that people can go to their normal ones and start things off as they kind of ended over a year ago. Now, from what I understand from reading some of the communications that parkrun have sent out, some of the landowners have been very good, they got back quickly, other ones less so. So it remains to be seen what will actually happen there. So Daniel is saying, looking strong, you must be starting your taper week soon for the North Downs Way 50. Yeah, so I think you'll see now that as I get, we're 3 weeks out, so I will gradually reduce the volume, I think, across the course of this 3 weeks. I've never tapered for an ultramarathon before, so I probably won't get this right, but we will just see how we go. So it looks like Ryan, who's has potentially dropped out or dropped back. Not sure what. Wasn't reading the comments on screen. Joe say, thanks Chris. Of course, my fingers are crossed. Yeah. We definitely want parkrun to return. I think they've done lots of studies about the risks. And I think whilst infection rates remain low here in the UK, and vaccination is going well as well, then bringing back parkrun definitely has some benefits to everyone. And of course, during lockdown and the course of last year, there are a lot more runners out there. I'm guessing there will be a lot more people that will be brand new to parkrun when it does start up again. Right. Dropping back the speed slightly, feeding it. You see the heart rate has gone up to the high 140s. It's coming back down again now. Just as I do that, we get a drop in incline. Chris is honorary yellow. I'm not sure what that means, Ryan. If you're watching, I don't know what you mean. What's honorary yellow mean? It looks like Ryan's completely dropped off now, so he was obviously having some problems there. I know he said he was his legs were feeling it coming into the run, and this is not a run you can really wing it at. You need to you definitely need to be prepared for this. And we were only 8.5 kilometers in. It's taken us an hour to do the first 8.5 kilometers, which is not bad going, to be honest. But just dropping that speed back and the incline coming down that, we're still at 9% incline, but dropping the speed down a little bit and the incline going down really does help you. And you can see the heart rate's gone down. So Susie's leaving us for a bit and then coming back later. Thanks, Susie, for tuning in, and we'll welcome you back later on. I will look a little bit less happy probably then. I think the trick is not to get too comfortable when the incline does come down a little bit, because the next time it goes up, you'll be having to bring the speed down even more. And I was finding my stride there wasn't tuned in right, so just increase the speed a little bit now that we're back to 9% incline. That's plenty enough now. 7.5 kilometers per hour. To anyone new dropping into the live stream, thanks for joining firstly, and if you've got any questions, comments or whatever, stick them in the chat. Always keeps me company when you guys are chatting along to me. This is as you can see there, 9%. This is quite a tough run, this one, to say the least. We are doing a half marathon up a mountain, and when you see a percentage like that on the screen, that is the percent that we change our treadmill incline to. So my treadmill goes up to 12% incline. We're on 9% at the moment. So far during the run, we've gone as far as 11. And as we change and adjust the incline, we also need to bear in mind that we might have to reduce or increase our speed accordingly. So this is not a fast half marathon. This is a very steep half marathon, let's call it. And for me, this comes off the back of a 20-mile trail run, which also had plenty of elevation in it yesterday. So a 50-ish kilometre weekend I'll have had of it, and a lot of elevation by the end of this. I think it'll probably be just short of 60 miles for the week. After today's run, that is. Oh, 12%, look at that. Right, we're definitely reducing speed for this. So steep as my treadmill will go. Here we are. Just going to walk this one out a bit. Joe saying first 10k done. You're doing great, Chris. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for that encouragement. And you're right, 10k's done. Oh, good. Thank you, Lisa, too. I'll tell you what, it's tough work. By no way an easy run. Right, we're over halfway now, by my calculation. So the finish is nearer the start. So just a quick reminder to everyone, the weekly training vlog will be out 6:30 UK time tomorrow morning. So look out for that one. All I'll say is, it's focused on my run yesterday, which didn't go too well in the first half a kilometre. So you'll understand what happened when you see the thumbnail. But yeah, it wasn't a great start to the run. Luckily, it was okay. Hang on a sec. Leo, leave it open, please, fella. I need the air. You can play. I just need the air in it. That's it. One of the kids was about to shut the door. We don't want that. It will get really hot in here if they shut the door. As it is, 18 degrees Celsius, which isn't too warm. I've actually been trying to run in warmer weather because I think in the race itself, in 3 weeks' time, the chances are it's going to be warmer then than it is now, and it certainly can get quite warm at the end of May in the UK, certainly in southern England. So hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it's roughly the same temperatures as now, because we like to race in what we train in. Or certainly don't like it to be warmer than that. But I'm trying to prepare myself by, I'm running in here. It's a warmer environment in here, and even when I go up my long runs, I'm actually wearing gloves pretty much all the time, as well as an extra layer, just to sort of make the body think it's a bit warmer than it really is. So yeah, as I say, weekly vlog is out 6:30 UK time tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow evening, I'm doing an interview with someone that I suspect most of you will know. I'm not going to reveal. Just wait and see. It won't be live. I'm gonna do it, record it, and then make a video of it, and probably put that out during next week. What's happened to my legs? Oh no, look! I can run through walls, that's what I can do. Is that what they mean by hitting the wall? No, I don't think so. I don't think they expect you to run through it quite like that. Joe's saying I'm hard as stone. Oh, don't feel like it at the moment, Joe. So Daniel is saying, do I find that using the treadmill as part of my training has reduced injuries? So I would say I've largely been injury free now for 2 years. Now I've only had the treadmill for the last year. Now I did have a little bit of a problem a few weeks ago, if you remember, and that was purely and simply because I upped the volume and I had a double long run weekend and I upped the volume too much. Before that I was gradually upping it, but that particular week and the weekend particularly, I just increased it too much. And I was running the second day on the Sunday with tired legs, a bit like today, but it's a little bit different from today. I did more on the Saturday and then I went out, and on the tired legs, things were aching, and after that it did definitely take a bit of a toll on me. But only, 3 days off, that was all it was. So I don't really call that a proper injury. But I did have to come back into it very slowly and gradually after that. And really I had a few weeks before kind of a week ago really, where I wasn't really back to what I thought was normal. There are other factors involved in that as well. I certainly think that having the treadmill and doing a reasonable number of my runs in the week on the treadmill during this ultra marathon training, it's allowed me to increase the volumes to the levels that I feel I need to in order to be able to get ready for running my first 50 miler. And I do think that treadmill running is softer on your body than always being outside on harder ground. There's a bit of suspension in the treadmill. Most of the time you're running flat, obviously not today, but you're not pounding your body so much as you do when you're running outside. So outdoor running is still really important for my training, but I've I've combined it with the treadmill running, and that really has helped me through this training block, I think. I also really enjoy running on the treadmill in the evening, but I hate running outdoors in the evening. Don't ask me why. Normally because through the winter months it's dark outdoors, but yeah, even now I would generally hate to go out for an evening run outdoors, whereas I'm quite happy to do it indoors on the treadmill. So it's got that benefit as well. But good question, Daniel. Thanks for that. So we're on 10% incline at the moment. I hope I haven't missed any prompts on screen. Don't think we've had one for a while. We're in 11th place. Certainly been some dropouts ahead of us. People have perhaps set off too fast or only wanted to do part of the course. Didn't feel up for doing the whole half marathon distance, I don't know. But we've moved up some places without really overtaking anyone. We haven't seen anyone ahead of us now for a long time. I'm really hungry. No lunch, and it's telling now. Right, I'm going to quickly see if I can get the camera angles working. It would make for a more interesting viewing, I think. So I'm just going to drop the treadmill speed down. Right, back in a sec. Right, now we're playing. So guys, if anyone's got any more questions or comments to make, stick them in the chat as always. Always keeps me going. Takes my mind off it when I'm talking to you guys. Don't talk about food though, right? That's the one topic that's banned at the moment. I know Joe is often eating when he's watching these. So no talk of food, because I'm starving at the moment. You can say anything else, Joe, but just not food. Oh, we're going up 10%. Eight kilometers to go. So tomorrow, here in the UK, or certainly in England anyway, it's a bank holiday, public holiday. For me, it's going to be a rest day. I tend to take Mondays as my rest days. But are any of you planning anything for tomorrow? Got any runs planned? Taking advantage of a day off work at all? I'm not sure the weather's going to be that great actually. I think it may rain. I need to get some grass seed sown. Now that I've levelled out my lawn following all that digging work I was doing to get the electrics to this place buried the required distance underground. That whole piece of work is almost complete now. Just got to get the grass to grow.
So why is it so hard to let you go? To let you go. So why is it so hard to let you go?
Hi Chris, thanks for joining. So Chris is saying, just joining in, looking good. Must admit I've missed going to the gym and using the treadmill, so watching you run today, can't wait for tomorrow. Too late for me today, just finished lunch. Oh, you can't, Chris, sorry, can't talk about food. I haven't had lunch yet. So don't tell me what you're eating. I was it's a very impromptu live feed, this one. And I just wanted to get back to it, having got the treadmill fixed. The Bluetooth issue that I experienced about 6 weeks ago, I think, when I tried to do this exact same run. So I thought, right, take the opportunity now the treadmill's fixed. We'll do a live stream, kind of impromptu style. And so thanks everyone who's tuned in, watched a bit of this or watched all of it. But the whole thing was, one of my kids does football on a Sunday morning and they had a late kick-off. So it was a case of basically finishing the match, driving back, getting changed and straight in here and straight on here with no opportunity for eating lunch, and I'm really hungry now. We've got Rednax Gaming joining, saying hello to you. And for anyone that has just joined, this is all about getting a lot of elevation in over a half marathon distance. We're climbing up the VEN Top Mountain in Zwift. At various times you will see prompts appear on the screen, and hopefully I don't miss them, but they tell us what to set the incline to on our treadmill. Currently mine is set to 10%, so quite high. We have gone all the way to 12% earlier in the run once, and as I say, for the last good while it's been 9, 10, 11, 12. It's been that sort of percentage incline. This is a steep mountain, the toughest one in Zwift. The cyclists certainly find this tough when they cycle up it, and running's no different. And you can see I'm in 9th place out of 23, but I haven't overtaken anyone. There are people ahead that aren't managing to do the full distance run. Maybe that's by choice, or maybe they just overestimated what they were able to do, because it is tough going when you stick to the incline prompts. I'm just going to knock the speed down, have a little walk break. Feel again the heart rate going up, the breath being impacted. So yeah, we'll just do a bit of a walk once we get things under control again. So Joe is saying we had a public holiday yesterday here in Germany, and unfortunately we don't have the advantage here that it is postponed until Monday. So normal working day tomorrow for me/us. That's a shame, Joe. I think I'm right in saying that whenever what would be a public holiday occurs on a weekend here in the UK, they always would carry it forward to the Monday. But for this one, we always have one the first Monday in May and the last Monday in May. Oh, look at this. Look at this. %, but only for 100 meters. Right, what I'm going to do, actually, what do you think here? I'm going to run into the house very quickly, and I'm going to get something that I can then eat whilst we carry on with this. So, don't go away, I'll be back in a minute. Right, back. So him saying, the easy way to run a half marathon on a treadmill. Oh, nothing easy about this run, I tell you today. But I'm glad I got some food. So you're now going to see me eat whatever I could find quickly in the cupboards. Not the ideal running food, by the way. But hey, it's food, and it'll hopefully give me some energy to get to the end of this. Two-thirds of the way through it now. Right, 10%. Hi Stephen, thanks for joining. Stephen saying, curious to know what treadmill do you have and does it connect directly to Zwift? So, I have what is called a JTX Fitness Sprint 5 treadmill, which does have Bluetooth enabled, but does not connect directly to Zwift. So instead, I use the Runcline app on my phone, and the treadmill talks via Bluetooth to the phone to Runcline, and then Runcline talks again via Bluetooth to the computer running Zwift. But it does mean that when I change either speed or incline, that is sent through to Zwift. And it was that went wrong about 6 weeks ago in the middle of this equivalent run on Zwift. When I was doing it 6 weeks ago, about halfway through the run, the Bluetooth cut out, and that was it, end of run, couldn't go any further. And what it turned out to be, having waited I think about 4 weeks for the treadmill engineer to visit, it was a cable inside the treadmill connecting two different bits. That cable had 4 wires to it. 2 of those wires had completely snapped at the connector joint. I've got a photo of it in my weekly vlog that will be out tomorrow morning. Yeah, and the other 2 that hadn't snapped yet were definitely going to. So I don't know, maybe that cable was rubbing against something and the vibration of running on the treadmill caused it to cause that sort of friction in it. I don't know. But anyway, it's got a new cable now. He's tried to reinforce it a bit. So hopefully that doesn't ever happen again. But the treadmill's about a year old now. When I bought it, or when I ordered it, it was when the UK went into the first lockdown. And I was just thinking, I want to get something in case we're not even allowed to run outside. I've never been a big treadmill runner until then. And I didn't know anything really about Zwift. So it was only then that I started to get into Zwift and hooked this up originally to Zwift using a Zwift pod. But as you probably know, Zwift pod is very inaccurate even when you've calibrated it. So the last couple of weeks, or last few weeks, last 6 weeks in fact, whenever I've been running on Zwift, I've been using the Zwift pod, but I haven't really enjoyed it so much. So it's nice to go back to using Runcline, getting the speed sent straight through to Zwift. When I change the speed on the treadmill, I know that that is the speed in Zwift as well. If I was buying again, knowing what I know now, I would probably look at a treadmill that connected directly to Zwift. So Chris is asking, how do I find using gels on my runs? I use gels on the long runs. I use Unibed gels, and I'll be taking those with me during the race in 3 weeks' time. Up to now, I've used gels on sort of half marathons and marathons. I'm finding on the longer runs, so when I've gone above that sort of distance, or even up to marathon distance runs on the trails, I'm finding that I need more than just gels. I'm also, in terms of hydration and some fueling, I'm using Tailwind. I'm really getting on well with that. But as well as gels, I need other types of food. I find that particularly when I did my 50-kilometre long run last weekend, some of the time gels are okay, you don't mind taking them, but other times you just want something else, and it's probably something that you haven't even got in your pack. Just the appetite changes on those longer runs. So I'm now hoping that the aid stations that they have on the course will have a selection of foods. We have got the list, so I do know what they're going to provide. I'm just hoping that I get on with some of that stuff, and when I get to an aid station, I'll take whatever my appetite is saying that it would like to eat at that point in time. I know that that is a potential danger point for me. I know my legs can certainly go more than 50k, proved that last weekend, but my energy levels were really dipping by the end of that run, and that was having eaten everything I took with me, having taken gels, having taken the Tailwind, but I just ran out of everything. You can only take so much when you're doing it self-supported, but when you go out and do a race, you know that every sort of 10 kilometers to 10 miles there's going to be an aid station, and you're going to be able to restock, and that's what I'm really going to do right from the outset. I'm going to be if it goes as I'm planning it, you're going to see me eat a lot in that video of the race, because I know that by eating I'm going to hopefully maintain my energy levels, but that's a risk area. But in terms of gels, certainly on a half marathon or a marathon, I would take gels. I would take the Unibed gels I really like. So this is good practice now, eating solid foods as I run. So I'm going to eat a hot cross bun. There you go. Hot cross bun. For those of you that are watching from other countries, do you have hot cross buns in your country? Hi Tina, thanks for joining. You're here for the end part anyway. It's going okay. So we're doing the VEN top. We're setting the incline as they tell us to do on the screen. It'll end up being 1,500 metres of elevation gain by the end of the half marathon distance. And if you remember back 6 weeks, this was the one I did when the treadmill Bluetooth failed. So that's all fixed now. It's all a bit of a rush, this. Straight in from taking one of my kids to football and then straight out here and onto this. So I didn't have any lunch. I've just had a little stop to dart into the house to grab as much food as I could. So you're now going to see me eat and run for the next 5 and a bit kilometres. How's your gardening been doing? Just telling everyone before you join that I've got a bit of gardening to do tomorrow. Got to put some grass seed down. Final part of my job following this thing being built. Ground is all leveled now, just got to get some grass on it. So Joe's saying hot cross buns only in the Piccadilly English shop. Tina's saying, wow, way to make it hard. Yeah, it's hard. She's saying, my garden looks good. Been working hard all winter. Oh, that's good. And I guess we've got some rain coming in the next week, I think. So every gardener likes a bit of rain, don't they? Yeah, appreciate you guys can't see what percentage I'm at. The little thing that I had on the screen at the beginning of the run stopped working. I'm actually on 7% at the moment. It's been all the way up to 12% a couple of times, I think. And we went through a period where it was kind of either 9, 10 or 11. So this is a flatter part. Flatter. 7% is not really flat, is it? But it's all relative. It's not so steep, this bit, as we had earlier on. I'm sure that could change. Ooh, I like that sort of change. So we've gone down to 5%. I'll stay on 8 kilometers per hour though, because it's starting to get tough. So for anyone that's familiar, or not familiar, sorry, with Zwift, you'll see an orange bar that's below the current distance and time and speed in the middle there. That orange bar, see underneath it, it says 19 in white text in the kind of little orange box. Well, the bar above that is slowly moving to the right hand side as I get closer to level 20. So I'm on level 19 at the moment, but as you can see there, that orange is slowly wiping out the grey and we're getting closer to level 20. For running, there are only 21 levels in Zwift at the moment. I think there's more in cycling, but and no doubt there will be more in running at some point, but at the moment we're getting close to the top level, which is good. So less than 5k to go now. Chris is saying, not long now, Chris. Only 5 kilometres left. Dig deep. What is that? Is that pancakes or something on that plate? Or is it just cake? I'm not sure. But Tina's saying, I was out on the trails with the frost and the deer at 7 a.m. Oh wow, frost. Oh, it always is nice going out early in the morning and seeing wild animals just out there in nature, isn't it? I think I saw some pheasants yesterday, some bunnies, and lots of cows as well. Wouldn't be a trail run without seeing cows. Joey's saying that's really early for a Sunday morning. Sometimes it's the best time to go though, nice and early. Get the run done, especially when it's a long one. Get the run done early, got the rest of the day ahead of you. So Daniel's asking, straight into Manchester training after the Ultra? Not straight into it, Daniel. I think I calculated I'd at least get a few weeks off. To be honest, I'm thinking 2 weeks after the Ultra is going to be no running or very, very little running. And I think even then, I probably don't need to jump straight into marathon training because I'm going to retain a lot of this fitness. I mean, this is kind of how I wanted to do it this way around this year. Firstly, I thought there's more chances of ultra distance races on the trails actually happening at this time of the year. And then secondly, I thought, well, you build your fitness up with all the volume you do for the ultra training. You build it up in the first half of the year. Then you're kind of starting from you kind of got a jump start into the marathon training, don't you? So I'll have to work it all out. I may just do a 12-week marathon training plan. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, that will be the next focus, certainly. But maybe a few weeks to just sort of have some fun, not be in a training plan, just have some fun out there. I've got some FKTs that I want to challenge for. And for anyone that doesn't know, an FKT is fastest known time. There's a website that has all the routes. Now most of them, of course, are well out of my reach, either because they're massively long distances or, you know, there's kind of elite athletes that have got them. But we do have a local one, and there's another one that I want that's local that I want to submit. So you can submit routes to become courses that people will challenge for the FKT on. And there is quite a good one local to me that isn't on their website at the moment, so I may try and submit that, run it, set the FKT for it, and then let others challenge for it. So that's something I've got some interest in doing over the summer. James is saying, Brill, out for mine now. Good luck on your run, James. Have fun on that. So now I'm in 8th place. I can't actually see. The people ahead of me and behind me are so far ahead and behind that they don't even appear on the leaderboard there on the right hand side. So it's a little bit of a lonely run, which is nice to have you guys. Yeah, nice to have you guys chatting to me in the chat. $4K to go. So Lisa's saying after this she is going to go for her run, finish off her weekly mileage, a staggering 0.9 kilometres. Is that what you're running now, or is that your weekly mileage up to now? I think what you meant is that's what you've got left to run to meet your weekly goal, but you're going to add a bit more onto it. Yeah, it's hardly worth it, isn't it? You know what? I nearly did something similar. So my monthly kilometres was the last day of the month, Friday, ended up being 299.5 kilometres, and I was thinking, this is going to be the first month this year that I haven't run over 300 kilometres. Do I just hop on the treadmill and do an extra half a kilometre? And I thought, no, that's silly. So I've left it on 299.5 kilometres for April. So Joe's saying to Lisa, so that's your long run for Sunday, 0.9 kilometres. Kim has said, I'm R. Lindsay is saying, I did 8 miles this morning, making 24 for the week, but feel absolutely shattered now. Well, it sounds like, you put the effort in there, Lindsay, which is good stuff. So Kim's probably pressed the send button a bit too early before. Right. He's now saying, I'm training for a duathlon. So it is a bike ride tomorrow. Oh, that's good. Oh, this is even better, 5%. Oh, yes. So Kim, when you do your duathlon, what's the distance of the bike ride and what's the different distance of the run? Chris is saying, have I decided what trainers I'll be wearing on the 50k? Not the 50k, Chris, the 50 miles. Did the 50k training run last week in a new pair of running shoes that I've got specifically for what I was hoping will be my 50 mile race day shoe, and it definitely will be. They're the Innovate. It's a long name, hang on. Forgotten the name. They're the latest out from Innovate. They are very they're meant for long distances, and they've got a lot of energy return in them as well. G-Fly? Yeah, I think G-Fly 300 or something like that. Max. They're kind of a max cushioned trail running shoe. Are really good, actually, really nice. You see them on last week's training video, and they get a bit of footage in tomorrow's one as well. But definitely that's going to be my shoe for the 50 miler. Tina is saying I should do another 5k on Zwift tonight, but I'm not sure I have the energy. Well, I guess it's how much do you want it, Tina? Are you gonna let yourself sleep tonight if you give up the opportunity to do that 5k? I don't blame you. Sunday evenings aren't the best time to go out running, are they? And anyway, bank holiday tomorrow, so that's to look forward to. Lisa's saying, Joe, I only realised it yesterday, but hadn't enough energy left. Easy peasy run today. Yeah, absolutely. And Kim is saying, for his duathlon, he's got a 4-kilometre run, followed by 8-kilometre bike, followed by another 4-kilometre run. And that's interesting that you do 2 runs like that in a duathlon. Oh, 0%. Oh, that's so nice. Not as nice as it was earlier on, but nice. Tina's going to see after dinner whether she's going to get on the treadmill tonight. I know the Zwift companion app is going to pop up saying Tina Beard is running on Zwift tonight. I just know it. Every faith in you, Tina. I feel now like I'm running down a hill, even though it's 0%. 3 kilometres to go. Oh, didn't last long, that 0%. Back up to 7. Hey, I've met my weekly goal of 40 kilometres on Zwift. So Chris is saying, managed to run 30 miles by Friday, so he's having the weekend off. Sounds good. Chris, give me some, this is Lisa, Chris, give me some motivation, as tired as I am. I think another coffee will help. Definitely coffee helps. You know what though, I haven't had the coffee I normally take before I do a hard run, and I do class this as a hard run. So I normally take the sports barista coffee, specially designed for us sports people. Didn't have that today. Normally would take that before a workout, before a long run or a race. Because I was running later in the day, woke up and had a cup of tea this morning instead. So Tina's asking, are the blue lights new? Yeah, I got some LED lighting for the roof there, so they can change different colours. They can even flash in time with the music, but I haven't quite worked out how to do that on a live stream because I have the music coming through the headphones, so for them to flash in time with the music, I'd have to also play it out the speaker. Right, 2 kilometers to go. And just as we go, 2 kilometers to go, we have to incline up to 10%. Oh. Chris is asking, besides all the running I do I do any cycling? No, I don't. I don't have time, to be honest. Yeah. And I don't have a good bike, so... And I know cyclists that spend a fortune on bikes, don't they? So no, I don't do any cycling at the moment. Kim is saying, good to have you back on Zwift with the live stream. Yeah, I will try and do it more often, Kim. It's just... when the Treadmill Bluetooth broke, I wasn't going to try and do a live stream with the Zwift pod. But I'm glad you enjoy it, and thanks everyone for tuning in. It really does help me when I'm doing this. So Joe's advising Lisa to have a coffee whilst I finish this run, and then to go out and do and reach her weekly goal. It won't take very long. You could have done your weekly goal and still been back in time for seeing me finish this. Oh yes, 0%. Oh, only for 100 meters. Joe's going to go out for a walk after the live stream finishes. Tina's saying, oh, I bet that hurts. Yeah, that's definitely hurt. So I'm not even bothering speeding up now for the 0% bit, because I know it's going to last for hardly any time. So I'll just enjoy it for a little bit. Joe is saying yes for me or us. This stream is so relaxing. Thanks, Chris. Oh, you're welcome. Lisa's saying sounds like a plan. Anyone getting altitude sickness? We're quite high up now. Looks like we're above the clouds. Stephen is saying, I don't have any trails or soft surfaces to run on near me, but I want to reduce impact on my legs. Any suggestions on how to keep the legs under a soft surface? Yeah, I mean, certainly we were talking about it earlier. Running on the treadmill helps because you've got a bit of cushioning in there. But that's a real shame if you don't have any softer surfaces. Having said that, the trails at the moment around me are particularly hard. I went from yesterday's run, I went from the hard trails onto a road surface, and it actually felt softer running on the road. It's an interesting thing about these new trail shoes I've got is that the type of midsole that they've got and the cushioning in them, they actually do feel quite comfortable, even though they're a trail shoe, when you run on the roads and pavements with them. If anyone else has got any ideas for Stephen, do put them into a chat. Oh, I cannot wait for the next 1.4 kilometers to pass. This is really taking its toll now. Another thing, Stephen, get, if you haven't already got, a nicely cushioned road shoe. If you have to run a lot more on the pavements and the roads, then make sure those nice easy runs and even long runs are in a really nicely cushioned shoe, so it's absorbing a lot of the impact. Tina's asking Stephen if he has any parks or recreation grounds near him. Joe's saying it doesn't look like you need any motivation, but let's go, Chris! The finish is near. I need as much motivation as you guys can give, because it's hard work, this. I've got a Tesco's cola waiting for me when I finish. That's 20 kilometers done. Just under 1.2 to go. Tina's suggesting for Stephen to do some laps of the local park. He's only got one park near him to be able to run in. One kilometre to go. Joe's saying, is there any beer plans after today's run? No, Tesco Cola for me straight after. Get some sugar back into me. I do like a Tesco Cola with ice after one of these type of efforts. I may crack open a can of Guinness later as well, because I'll have no running tomorrow to worry about. Either that or a glass of red wine, or maybe 2 glasses. Chris is saying, I think that hot cross bun has done the job for you, Chris. Not long now. I tell you what, that little bit of food I had certainly pushed me along. I am now running out of steam, more in my legs than anything else now. But yeah, the hot cross bun, the flapjack, and whatever those other biscuity things were, certainly helped. Lisa's saying, I'm like that too, Chris. I like to have several things to eat on my long runs. Variety is nice, yep. Oh, good, 5%. I can see the beacon there coming up on the right hand side. AJ is a late joiner. Don't worry, mate, that's fine. You're here for the end. Half a kilometre to go. That should be 4 minutes at this pace. Tina's saying, great running, Chris. I have to take the dogs out now. Look forward to your roundup video tomorrow. Good stuff, Tina. Thanks for joining. And have a good walk with the dogs. Stephen saying well done, Chris and all. Thanks, Stephen. We are nearly at the top of VEN TOP. Ah, and just like that, 12% incline for the end. We're going to try not to drop the pace. Only 350 meters to go. Martin, the determined runner, he's here. Hi, Chris. I'm late to the party. Looks like you're nearly done. I am very close to the top of VEN TOP. Over 1,500 meters of elevation gain, over 5,000 feet, over the half marathon distance, setting our incline as they've told us to do throughout. Oh, look at this, 0% for the final 200 meters. Lovely. The crowds are out. cheering us to the top of VEN TOP. Congrats, you did it. Now finish strong. Well, it's not going to be a sprint finish if that's what they think. "150 metres. There's the finishing line. There we go, we've done it. Ooh. Chris is saying, great effort, Chris. Enjoy your Coke, feet up, and relax. You deserve it. Martin's saying, here it comes. Yeah, we're there now. Right, I'm just going to save that. Bear with me. Joe is saying, congrats Chris, great run, well done, enjoy your cold Coke and of course your evening, thanks for streaming. I just want to say thank you to all of you guys who joined, if you just joined at the end, if you joined right from the start, if you dipped in and dipped out during it. It really does help when we're doing these live streams, with knowing that you guys are out there watching us. Got to keep going if you're watching us, don't we? Anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. And yeah, I shall see you on the next one of these. I'm not sure when that will be, but also, of course, the weekly vlog is out tomorrow, UK time, 6:30. Don't miss that. As I say, this it starts in an interesting way. Martin's saying, well done. I'll join you one day on one of these runs. I bought the same microphone setup. Oh, that's good. That's good to know, Martin. Yeah, definitely. It'd be good fun. Right, yes. I think that's all I've got to say, guys. So, yeah, thanks once again. And I shall see you on the next one.